What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be going over the top side deck cards for the 2020 format. Without wasting any time, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the first card on the list is Drolin Lockbird. Drolin Lockbird is a wind spellcaster level 1 monster with the effect that reads as follows. If a card is added from main deck to the opponent's hand, except during the draw phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of this turn, cards cannot be added from either player's main deck to the hand. Now, if you've seen the recent PPG in Orlando, you know that Spyro is going to be the best deck for this format. And Spyro is a pain in the arse to go against. You cannot let Spyro finish its play, because if you let Spyro finish its turn 1 board, you're going to lose. That's just simple as that. There's no arguing with that. So you need cards that say to Spyro, fuck you. Drolin Lockbird is one of those cards, because they just can't play. And that's the way you beat Spyro. You need to stop them from playing before they set up the board. So Drolin Lockbird is a staple for the rest of this format, and should be played inside every side deck, and possibly even main deck, depending on the deck you're playing. Okay, the second card on the list is Evenly Matched. Now, Evenly Matched is a normal trap card that reads as follows. At the end of the battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent banish cards from their field face down so that they control the same number of cards as you do. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. Now, this card is most ideal against decks like Altergeist, Guru, really any back row decks, but see if you're able to just bait out the Omni Negate in a deck like Spyro, Evenly can be pretty devastating as well. So it definitely deserves a space in your side deck. Okay, the third card on this list is the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. It's a level 10 divine monster with effects that reads as follows. Cannot be special summoned, requires 3 tributes from either side of the field to normal summon to that side of the field, it cannot be normal set, then shift control of this card's owner during the end phase of the next turn. Cannot attack, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects or attacks. You contribute this card, special summon one Dragon of Ra from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, and if you do, its attack and defense becomes 4000. Now, the bit about summoning Ra is pretty irrelevant unless you want to just pure flex on your opponent, but hey, that's up to you. The important bit is the 3 tributes. Basically, you're going to use this card as a spicy kaiju. What's going to happen is, say you're going up against Spyro, they're going to have their Appaloosa, their Trigate, their Sleeper, maybe a Phoenix and a Double Helix. You're going to go, alright then, I'm going to tribute over your Appaloosa, Trigate and Sleeper, give them a ball, and then what else are they going to do? Apart from, you know, lose. But that's the way you use this card, and because it is so effective against a deck like Spyro, and hell, even if you go up against Pendulum, you can also just, you know, tribute over the 3 cards that are causing you the biggest problems. And because of that, it 100% deserves to be in your side deck. Okay, the fourth card on this list is Twin Twisters. Now, Twin Twisters is a quick play spell card that reads as follows. Discard 1 card, target up to 2 spell and trap cards on the field, destroy them. Now, the reason why you'd side deck this, and probably actually main deck it to be real with you, Chief, is Guru, Altergeist, and Draco if you come up against it. It just completely fucks back row decks. It's basic, easy back row removal that's just needed in today's format, and should 100% be in your side deck at the very least. Okay, the fifth card on this list is System Down. It's a normal spell card that reads as follows. Pay 1000 life points, banish all machine type monsters your opponent controls and in their graveyards. Now, obviously this is for your Orcus matchup, because I'm still expecting you to play against Orcus, and if you've seen the recent PPG top 16, there was a Cyber Orcus that made top 16. So, you know, Orcus, Cybers, System Down just fucks both these decks. System Down should be in your side deck. Okay, the next card on this list is Nibiru. Nibiru, the Primal Being, is a rock light monster that's level 11. Effect that reads as follows. During the main phase, if your opponent normals or special summons 5 or more monsters this turn, as a quick effect, you can tribute as many face-up monsters on the field as possible. If you do, special summon this card from your hand, then special summon one Primal Being token, which is a rock light, level 11, attack defense to your opponent's field. This token's attack and defense becomes the combined attack and defense of all tributed monsters. You can only use this effect of Nibiru once per turn. Now, ideally, you would use this against a deck like Salad, maybe Goki, really any deck that spams monsters, and you want to do it before they set up a monster negate. So you need to really know your matchup to use Nibiru effectively, but if you can use it effectively, it can basically just win you the game. Hence why I think it should at least be in your side deck. Okay, and the final card for at least the main part of this list is Dark Rule No More. Dark Rule No More is a normal spell card that reads as follows. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Also, for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. Neither player can activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. Dark Veil No More can be used against decks like Spyro, so say for example, they've set up their fucking Appaloosa, Tri-Gate, Sleeper, and you go Dark Veil No More. Because they've not got any spell or trap negations, like as in like actual negations built into a spell and trap card, they can't stop Dark Veil No More. You can use it against Orcus to, to negate the Gearsus, to stop any protections they might have. So overall, I think Dark Veil No More is a worthy card being inside your side deck. Okay, now I'm going to quickly go through other cards you could put inside your side deck as honorable mentions. Okay, for the honorable mentions, I'm going to rattle through them pretty quickly. Starting off, we've got Kaijus for any problematic monsters your opponent might summon. We're then going to move on to Cosmic Cyclone in case you need to banish spell and trap cards rather than destroy them as an alternative to Twin Twisters. We're then going to move to Call by the Grave in case you're playing any graveyard-centric opponents and they've just got effects that you just need to stop, or hand traps that are just pissing you off. And finally, I'm going to put in Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm, the reason why Lightning Storm's in here is simply because I cannot afford it. If you can afford it, I would 100% put it in as side decked. So if you made it this far in the video, I'd just like to say thanks for watching. Also like to ask if you feeling up to it, I don't know how you feel, drop a wee like, a wee comment, constructively please, and a wee subscribe. And if you're feeling extra spicy, a wee follow over on Twitch. You can find my link down in the description below. But just to summarise, thanks for watching guys, I greatly appreciate it.